Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. Just a quick video this week to follow on from last week where I gave you some advice on how to boost your progress towards your health, fitness and weight loss goals. Last week I gave you an example of a toning exercise session that you could do at home anytime. You don't need any equipment. Just an example of kind of what you could do if you can't get to the gym, or if you don't want to leave the house, or you just want to fit a bit extra activity in. Really good for toning up before the holiday season. This week another top tip for you, well, a couple of top tips, because next week I'm away, so I won't be posting a video. So you've got two top tips this week, and these are both things that I do week in, week out, and I promise they are worth doing. So the first one is, I've talked about it before, using MyFitnessPal. It is a fantastic free app that is a food and exercise diary. Basically counts the calories for you, so it makes it really easy. You just input what food and drink you have consumed each day. It tells you how many calories. As long as you put the honest information and weights and quantities and things, it will give you the amount of calories in whatever you've consumed. But it also measures your exercise, and you can sync that up with an Apple Watch or a Garmin or a Fitbit, and it counts your steps it inputs your steps as well, or if you do an exercise session, it will record that and add your calories up so that you know how many calories you've burned that day and how many calories you've consumed. And then the idea would be that each and every day those are level, or you've consumed less than you've burned off, and that will result in you losing weight. So it's a really good resource, free resources that you can tap into. I recommend that all clients use it because the information's there. You may as well use it. It's a fantastic database. Makes it really simple as long as you're in the habit of doing it, which it does take a bit of time to just get used to inputting it, but once you get into that habit, it is really motivational as well when you start seeing results, and you know that it's because you've been measuring input and output and your calories and everything. And I know that counting calories, people don't like it and you don't want to have to count calories, but if you try and think of it not as counting calories, you're just tracking your food intake, and it just makes you think a bit more about what you're consuming and how many calories you're burning off through exercise, and it just encourages you to do a bit more exercise as well, because then you get to eat a little bit more, which is fantastic, and that's exactly what I do. So yeah, try and see it as a positive thing rather than oh, I don't want to count calories. You just use it as an app that, like you would use any social media app, regularly each day. You're checking your Instagram or your Facebook for updates, just using that as well at the same time. It takes a few minutes each day just to input it, especially if you're eating sort of similar foods each day, then it is really good for that, and I promise you it will help you to either lose weight or to maintain your weight if you struggle with sort of yo-yo weight and dieting and everything. It really is just a fantastic app that everyone can get hold of, and I would encourage you to use that. Touched on just now about doing some more exercise and being motivational to move more and burn more calories so that you get to eat those calories, which is always fun. And that's my second tip for you, is to try and go out and do a walk each day. Now, especially at the moment when the weather is pretty nice and the evenings are light and the mornings are as well, it feels so good to be able to get outside, get some fresh air, enjoy the daylight hours, burn some calories, feel good for moving and using your muscles, and yeah, and then you get to eat those calories. If that's nothing else, that is fantastic. So my top tip would be to try and fit in a walk at least each day. 15 minutes minimum, 20 minutes fantastic, 30 minutes would be even better. You don't have to do like an hour walk unless you want to. If you've got a dog and you're kind of used to doing a bit of a walk, you might want to just extend that a bit longer. Fantastic. The more you can do, the better. But just so that there's no pressure, just think round the block, 15-20 minutes. That's a really good start, and I promise you'll feel the benefits of that. And you will be burning maybe like 100 calories or something for a half an hour, maybe a bit more. So maybe a lot more for some people. So that's really motivational, because you can then actually eat those calories and still lose weight, because you're just burning extra off, and it doesn't feel that much hard work because you're not getting too out of breath. It's local, it's not costing you any money, it feels good to be out in the fresh air. So top tips this week: using MyFitnessPal every single day, measuring your intake of food and drink, and also include all of those foods that maybe aren't the best, but just have a search for. If you have a pizza, just add it and be honest with yourself. Or if you're drinking alcohol of a weekend, then add that, and just so you're conscious of what you're consuming and how much you're burning off. Even if sometimes it doesn't balance out on MyFitnessPal, it's just really good for making you more aware of what you're consuming. So using MyFitnessPal, that's homework number 1, and then homework number 2 is to incorporate a bit more activity using walking, or if you want to start doing some personal training or joining a gym, even better. The more you can do with your heart rate elevated, even better for health reasons. But walking is fantastic for calorie burning, and yeah, just maximising the summertime that we're in now and the extra daylight. So won't see you next week because I'm away, but you've got some homework from last week and this week to be getting on with, and then I will see you when I get back and give you some more top tips for achieving your summer health, fitness and weight loss goals. See you then.